Audio Jungle.
So I think a couple of things. One is that we are looking to recruit Ghanaian students to come to England. We've just had a Ghanaian girl called Jessica who joined us in January of this year. She spent 2 terms with us and then she went off to the University of York to study law. So that's part of it. But the other part of it is we've been visiting local schools, forming partnerships and links with them, and we ran some teacher training yesterday to share best practice with those local teachers. We're looking for aspirational students from aspirational families. So one of the things I say to my students all the time is you've got to be a little bit better tomorrow than you are today. And if you have that mentality, then that is a sort of feedback loop that means you do very well indeed. So I'm not looking for geniuses and rocket scientists and the finished product. We're looking for potential, but a student who wants to do well. England and Ghana have a long history, not always a positive history, but there's a long history, and I think a mutual understanding of each other's cultures. Our Ghanaian students fit in very well in British boarding schools and do well academically. They seem to be very positive and cheerful people, so it's a real pleasure to have them in the school. Program. Well, Mark Brooks is the man who has organised this event, and he organises similar events in this part of the world quite regularly. I imagine we'll be back either early next year or late next year, and we'll be here to meet parents then and do it all over again.
Any scholar submissions?
We do offer scholarships, not specifically for Ghanaians, but British boarding schools at their best are not cheap. You know, you're buying a BMW, you're buying a Mercedes, you're buying a very high class product, and that comes at a cost. So for example, our average class size is 6 or 7. So one teacher for 6 or 7 students, that's expensive. And so the fees are, not affordable for everybody. But I know that Ghanaian families value education very highly. And so sometimes it's a family investment to have a student come to the UK with different generations contributing to that. And families are willing to make sacrifices to do that. Both my two children went to independent boarding schools in the UK, and that was very challenging financially, but I felt that it was money well spent.
Hi, my name is Mark Brooks and I'm the Director of Mark Brooks Education. And it's great to be back in Ghana to run a boarding schools event called UK Boarding Schools Week, and we have 11 boarding schools from the UK here today.
So what do you want to achieve with this one?
What we want to achieve with this programme are two things. Firstly, we want to develop partnerships with local schools who are fantastic. We ran a leadership seminar yesterday. We had 60 heads and senior leaders from local schools at that. And we want to raise the profile of British boarding schools and educational opportunities in the UK as well, because there's increased demand in what we do. And we want to develop partnerships and also relationships with families who are thinking about going into the UK.
So what are the target, the age group?
Yes, we cater normally for children from the age of 11 up to 18, and they do GCSEs and A-level programmes or IB, and then go off to universities in the UK or America.
So how long would this travel within Ghana, and are you targeting Ghana alone? Why not South Africa?
Yeah, well, I've been working in West Africa for 14 years, and I've been working in Nigeria for 10 years, and been working in Ghana for 5 years, and we find a fantastic welcome, and it's really great to be back. There's a lot of interest. And I guess the reason we're here is we want to encourage more Ghanaian families to come to the UK because they bring so much. They're hardworking, they get on very well with people, they show fantastic leadership potential, and they end up being head boy and head girl of their school as well.
So what package do you have for those ones that they don't have what it takes financially?
Yes, well, any British boarding school is a financial investment, and it's a significant investment, but also schools do offer scholarships for academic success or co-curricular excellence such as sport. And so to come today and talk to the schools as well, because they're very keen to help as well.
So what's the future hold for your program?
The future is very exciting. We're coming back in a few months' time and running a similar event for a dual package of leadership training and event for parents as well. And we're going to bring even more schools next time.
Ghana is a fantastic country to visit, primarily because of the people. The people have been welcoming, they've been warm, and the teachers and the heads that we've seen share our passion for education and are equally ambitious for children within Ghana to do as well as they possibly can, in the same way that we're really ambitious for kids in the UK to do the best that they can. West Africa, including Ghana, they add a massive amount to the British schools. Culturally, they understand what's required. Their language skills are fantastic. They're determined. They're hardworking. So they fit really well with the British culture within education. They equally have an ambition to come back to Ghana to then become future leaders in their own country. And the combination of those two things mean that they benefit from and contribute to life in school fantastically well.
What do you think this future holds for this organisation that is bringing this offer to Ghana?
Well, I hope the future is bright, which is why we're here. Our numbers are very strong at Culford, and that's part of that is the fact we come out to different countries and we meet with families, meet with schools in order to promote British education, which is a globally recognised brand. And I think by looking at the school from an international perspective means that it's got a fantastically bright future. It's fantastic to be in Ghana, as I say, to really encourage pupils from West Africa to come and benefit from a British education, to go on to the best universities they can, and just to really fulfil their ambitions, to be academically the best they can be, because that will just increase the amount of choice and opportunities they have in the rest of their lives.
The education system in Ghana, I think you have a very good education system in Ghana. We have seen and visited a number of schools, and I have been very impressed with them. But sometimes, as a parent, when you are looking for a school for your child, you don't necessarily look in country. My children also went abroad to study, and you are widening and broadening their horizons, but not taking away from them or their culture at the same time.
Okay, so tell us, how many students are you looking forward to sponsor?
How many am I hoping will come from Ghana? Yes? I don't know.
So tell us, what are the criteria for the scholarship?
For the scholarship, we offer scholarships at different age groups. So we offer them if they come at 11 or 13 or into the sixth form. And they can apply for different scholarships. They can apply for academic, sport, art, drama, music, or an all-round award. I think Ghanaian students come with a lot to give. It isn't just about us educating them, it's about them educating us about their culture as well. And we celebrate that. We love them to come to us.
Okay, so tell us final words.
Sorry?
Final words.
The final thing?
Your final words.
My final words are we very much welcome Ghanaian students to the UK and we look forward to having them in our school. Thank you.
Your name?
My name is Tricia Stevenson. I'm Director of Admissions at Western.
Thank you for watching Nation One TV. Kindly subscribe for more news updates.